All right, well, it is 10:15, so we are going to jump right in and get started with MoxiMonday. Let me start sharing my screen. And let's get to MoxiWorks. So I will keep an eye on the chat, but you can also let me know if you have any questions at all. Just kind of moving some of these little tiles around here. So today what we're going to look at, get to the right tab here. This is going to kind of be a 2-week little training. Today what we're going to do, two episodes back that I trained, so it's probably almost a month ago now, we talked about creating a custom search module for your homepage, which was this one right here. So it targeted a specific area and added some content to your homepage as far as maybe targeting a search in your target market or maybe a target price range. What we're going to learn today takes that a step further, and we're going to learn how to add an actual page for that targeted search or that custom search. So what I'm going to do today, I've already created one page, which was the Northern Lakeshore. I'm going to do Northern, Central, and Southern Lakeshore waterfront global luxury properties. And those are going to be the 3 targeted searches I create and add to my property searches under properties. So we're going to learn how to create the search again. We're going to learn how to add it to a page, and we're going to learn how to move that page here into the properties section. To follow up on that, next week, we're going to be coming back and looking at targeted searches again. And what we're going to learn how to do, we won't do a page this extensive because these are just quick sessions, but we're going to learn how to create a custom page that contains your targeted searches. So if you wanted a tab on your website for luxury lakefront homes, just like this agent here has West Michigan Golf Homes, I'm going to show you how to create that, add the page, and add those custom searches to the page. So we're going to start in today. Today's a little bit easier. Again, we're going to show you how to add it to your menu so that your consumers can go straight to a targeted search right here on your properties tab. So as always, we start in MoxiWorks. And today we're going straight to my website. I'm not going to click on it. I've already opened it to save time. So here is my website admin tool. And part of this is going to be a repeat again of a few weeks ago, but then we're going to take it a couple steps further. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to actually create the custom search. That is done on our website. I'm going to go ahead and go to cbgreatlakes.com. We're going to get rid of a lot of the information, so you don't have to be on your platform. You can just be right here on the CB Great Lakes platform to start your search. So I'm now going to create a custom waterfront home luxury search for the Central Lakeshore, since I've already done the Northern Lakeshore. So I'm just going to start with a zip code that would kind of be in the central area, which would be Whitehall. So I've got my map and my search ready. For what I'm doing, I need to zoom out a little bit to get to the part of the lakeshore that I want for this particular search. So I'm going to zoom out on my map. Oops, zoomed in accidentally. Sorry about that. It is Monday. All right, so I zoomed out a little bit, and now I'm going to draw my search. So I kind of stopped, I believe, right around the Montague Whitehall area. So I'm going to drag this up. And now I'm going to grab my draw tool and quick draw. For the quick draw, I'm just going to click and hold down my cursor while I drag around the region that I want to grab. And that's probably a little bigger than I needed. So I'm actually going to quick draw again. because we need to save something for the southern Lakeshore. So now I have my little map. I'm going to go to my price, because remember I said luxury. This one's going to be a little off because some of our regions along the Lakeshore have different luxury thresholds, but I'm going to stick with 500,000 for the price point to garner homes that would kind of be considered luxury, even though that's not necessarily officially luxury for some of these areas. And I'm going to apply. Then I'm going to go to filters, because a lot of these homes aren't waterfront. So I want, oops, I didn't hold that. Yeah, I did. I don't know why it didn't show up. There we go. So now I'm going to go into my filters and make sure that I'm only grabbing waterfront. Now, this isn't necessarily just going to be Lake Michigan, but it will just be waterfront homes. And I don't want land. I want waterfront homes, obviously not manufactured or multifamily either. So I got rid of some of those options, checked my waterfront, and now I'm going to apply. And again, we're going to do this again for the northern Lakeshore. So if you missed some of the steps, we're going to repeat this process. So again, not all of these homes are Lake Michigan, but they are all waterfront, and they're pulling, and they're all over 500,000. So these are all luxury properties. Now what I need to do is grab this big long URL. The easiest way to grab a URL to make sure that you're getting the complete URL is to just click left click once, right click, copy. So again, I'm left clicking once to highlight the whole thing, and then I'm going to right click and copy. I'll go back to my website admin now. And what we're doing is we're going to create our custom search links. Oops, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing because my phone started ringing and I looked at it. I put it now so I can't see it. You can probably all hear it vibrating. That made it even louder. So we are going to create custom search links. And we actually have to add the new search that we just did before we can create the link. So we're going to click here where it says add new search. And this is where we're going to create that new search. So I'm going to name my search. This is going to be Central Lakeshore. Now, this is the name for your reference. This isn't the name that's going to show up on the menu, so that you can even say Central Lakeshore Luxury or whatever the case may be for that custom search title. And then in the custom search path, that's where we're going to paste that big long URL we just copied. And again, a lot of this is review if you were on the call a few months ago, or I mean, a few weeks ago. Seems like a few months. We're going to scroll to the top of this. You'll see how long this URL that we just copied is, and why we want to make sure that we just click once to highlight the whole thing. And the reason I scroll to the top is because right here it says the path must begin with search/. That's near the very beginning of this link. You'll see the word search right here. So anything that comes before that, we want to delete. And that's why you don't need to worry about going to your instance of the page, because anything that's regarding the website is going to get deleted, and it's just going to start with the word search. So we've named it, we've created the search path, and now we just need to save it. And we're done with that part. Now we're going to go back to home, create custom search links. And this time we've already created it. So now we're actually going to title the search. This is what the consumer will see. This is what will show up on your website. And then we're going to attach it to that custom search we just created. So right here, I'm going to put I'm going to put Central Lakeshore. And I'm going to find that link that I just created by clicking this drop down. And here it is right here, Central Lakeshore. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to save it. So now the next step is we actually have created the page and it actually is on our website. Let's see. So now if I actually go to my homepage, oops, it's not the homepage I meant visit site. You'll see right here, I have that new page, that new custom search. So if I click on that, here is my custom search for waterfront homes in the Central Lakeshore. But I don't want it here. I want it here under my properties tab so I can just have all of these custom searches together. So now I get to go back to my website admin tool. I'm going to go to page site pages, all pages. Now what I need to do is I just need to move that page so that it's right here under my first custom search. So right here, down at the bottom, just like here, we saw it at the end of the menu bar. So that means it's going to be at the end of our pages list because this is a direct reflection of your menu bar. I'm going to grab this right here, this Central Lakeshore with the four-headed arrow and drag it. I'm going to drag it all the way up so that I can place it right here under my Northern Lakeshore. Sometimes it doesn't continue scrolling up. If you have a lot of pages, you might have to like drop it somewhere so that you can scroll by hand and then drag it some more. It just depends on how your computer is working with the drag and drop. But now I have those two together. I've moved this where I want it to go. I do need to save the changes by clicking the publish button. Now, if I pop over here to my website and I refresh this page here, you see it isn't here anymore where it was, but if I go over to properties, I now have the Northern and Central Lakeshore showing up right here under my custom properties searches. So there's active listings, company listings, and now I have my Northern and Central Lakeshore. So we're going to walk through that one more time, a little more quickly, and we're going to create the Southern Lakeshore. So I go back to my website admin. Actually, my first step is to create that search. So I'm going to go to cbgreatlakes.com. I'm going to go ahead and use the same zip code for my search because I don't know many of the zip codes in the Southern Lakeshore. But as you saw, we can zoom our map out just a little bit. And I can drag my map so that I'm in the location that I want it to be in. And I actually want to be way down here by Holland, Saugatuck area. And now I'm going to go ahead and again, draw my map. And I'm going to stick close to the lakeshore, but I might grab some of those other waterfront properties on some inland lakes. But I'm going to go ahead and quick draw, start approximately where I stopped last time. And there we go. Oops, there we go. I've got my Southern Lakeshore. I'm going to adjust my price so that the minimum is 500,000 for my particular purposes. That's what I want it to be. I'm going to apply. And I'm going to go into filters. Waterfront. And I'm going to get rid of some of the things that I don't feel would necessarily fit the market that I'm trying to reach. So I want to make sure that it's waterfront, single family condo, townhouse, home, or farm and ranch. We don't want any land or manufactured homes or anything like that. So I'm going to apply. And then I'm going to double check because it seems like there's a lot here. No, we're still at the 500,000 mark. So we should be good. And you can always scroll through and double check. So now I need to grab my URL. So I'm going to left click once right click to copy. I'm going to go back to my website admin tool. I'm going to go to the home of my website admin tool so that I can create custom search links. I'm going to go there. This is my Southern Lakeshore search. And now I want to, oops, I'm sorry. I'm adding the new search first. I'm even trying to make this quicker than I need to. First, I need to actually add the new search. I'm going to paste that big crazy URL I just copied. And then I'm going to scroll to the top and remove anything that comes before the word search. And I'm going to save it. So once it's saved, then we'll go back to the home of our website admin. Now we're going to click Create Custom Search Links again. And this time we are actually creating and naming the page. So Southern Lakeshore. I go to my drop down of the custom searches that I have created, and I find the one that's meant for this page. So that's the Southern Lakeshore. And now I can save that page. So by default, we're going to now go to pages, all pages. By default, MoxiWorks puts new pages at the bottom of your list. And we want our page up here with the rest of these custom searches we've been creating. So I'm going to grab the new one and I'm just going to drag it. And see, it's not going up like I want it to. So I'm just going to drop it so that I can manually scroll. And then now that I'm close to where I want it to go, I can see where I'm dropping it. I can grab it again and take it to where I want it to be. You'll notice that I'm not dropping it out here because that's going to make it a main level menu item. It's going to make it one of these. We want it to be under here. So that's why I'm bringing it in and tabbing it in one space so that it's going to show up under the parent page, the properties page. So now I've made the changes. I've moved it to where I want it to go. I'm just going to publish. And now if I visit my site, under properties, I'm going to have my Northern Lakeshore search, my Central Lakeshore search, and my Southern Lakeshore search. So now I have custom search pages for those specific property selections. So that is how you create the page and place it on your menu where you want it to go. Go ahead and type any questions you may have in the chat. And I'm just going to hop over here and show you a reminder of what we're going to do next week. We're going to learn how to take all of those searches, those 3 Lakeshore searches, and put them on a custom Lakeshore luxury properties page. So adding a custom page with a featured property search to your website. I'm not seeing any questions coming in. Open up the chat box. Go ahead, feel free to type them in. If not, go on out there and create some custom search pages for your websites, or just get some custom searches ready for next week if you would rather do something like this. Ours will probably look a little different. I probably won't do columns. We'll probably just do a search, and a search. But nonetheless, we will be creating that custom page next week. Well, happy Monday, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining us again on Moxie Monday, and I look forward to seeing you next week.